Mark, there at the beginning of the second half, just what did you kind of tell the guys at halftime, and what worked for you guys right out of the half?
Man, I just told them, hey, we're in a battle. It's a great game. Both teams are competing really hard, and we just got to stay in our best when we're in attack mode. And they did a great job of taking the message, and I thought we really went out and turned defense into offense, and we knew that was going to be a big key for us. So, because they're hard to guard, they're big and they're physical, and he does a lot of nice stuff on offense. It exploits mismatches, and but our guys battled tonight, so I was really proud of them.
Ryan obviously misses the last 9 or so minutes of the first half, kind of your first extended stretch with him, without him on the floor. How did you think the team played when he was out, and then also his impact in the second half?
In fact, I told him that in the locker room. I thought it was huge. We haven't really had to do that all year, and this guy stepped up. He was amazing tonight. I mean, 7 boards, defensively in there, battling in the post. I mean, he did a lot of stuff that, as I said, he's at a high standard. So kind of be counting on that moving forward. But he and Dusty both really helped during that stretch. And KB and obviously haven't been, and then Graham was rock solid all night.
Let's go questions for Dusty and Nolan.
Nolan, just what do you make of your own performance tonight, and also having Graham out there with 21 points, just you guys combining for almost 50 or 40, I think 50. I can't do math, but
Let's see.
No, it was great, man. I think I needed it for sure. I think I needed it for sure. You know, and Graham, you know, he does his thing regardless, you know, every game. So, but yeah, I just give it up to my teammates, man. They found me where I was, you know, open, and I just knocked it down. So, you know, yeah, well, props to them. I'll give it to them.
how do you get when you kind of know you're on a hot streak, and I see you looking at the bench after you make those threes, and just what is that moment like, especially in a game like this against Washington State?
Nah, it's super fun, man. It's super fun, especially seeing my guys all hype for me, man. That's what really gets me going. So, yeah, I love it, man. It's especially with the environment too, with being in the kennel, and, you know, the students being back. It was fun. It was fun.
Dusty, you had the 3 steals tonight. What was the defensive effort like? I mean, you guys forced 16 turnovers. What did you guys need to do to kind of keep that offense in check over there?
Yeah, I think we came out, we played as hard as we could. I was fighting the bigs all night, and I think I was able to get some steals by just trying to get around the big and take it and move in transition. But yeah, everyone played their tails off defensively, so we had a great night.
Mark, how nice is it just to have a guy who's played point to kind of come in and settle that situation down?
Yeah, it's obviously very, very nice. He has played point, and he's been in a lot of big games. But probably bigger than all of that was how he rebounded tonight, how he battled, defensively when they were posting with 6'8", 6'9", 6'10" guys. That was absolutely huge.
Nolan, what did you see from Ryan in the second half once he got back out there? I mean, had a few long passes to Braden, and was he pretty anxious to get back out on the floor after what happened in the first half?
Oh, I bet. I mean, that's not something I would have to ask him if he was anxious to get back in, but I'm sure he was, man. And what he brings to the team is just so valuable, and it's what we needed in the second half. You know, I took his little spot, his little time for a little bit in the first half. You know, kept the team in it, and it was no drop off, you know, when he came back in the second half. So it was much needed.
Nolan, can you take us through that block you had on Watts? Were you the help side defender on that, or just take us through that play? I mean, a 6'6" guy, and you went up and smacked it down and led to a 3. Just take us through that sequence.
Well, I was guarding him. I was guarding him. I started off fronting him. I threw over the top pass to him. So I just spun back around and then, you know, just tried to contest the best way I could. And then, you know, the ball's right there, so I got a hand on it. And yeah, that's what it was.
Coach, was that the best defensive half you guys have had so far this season?
No, I mean, not statistically or, efficient wise, but I thought our effort and our making plays, I thought it was definitely up there, and just the physicality that it took, because again, they're so much bigger than us, at several of those spots. And again, you just don't see the post-up thing, with like this where your guards are getting constantly posted. But So in that way, yeah, we fought, we were physical, and kind of had to navigate our way through a lot of different actions. There's staggers and some curls and some switches and all that. For the most part, did pretty good.
Time for two more.
What was your impression, Mark, of Ryan's second half? I mean, he seemed to be pretty good at picking his spots of when to score, when to dish it off, and
He was great, man. I mean, it's not anything we haven't seen before. I mean, he was terrific. You know, I think he was fresh, so he and you could tell he was raring to go, and he definitely had us playing at a pace that we needed to play at that we weren't really playing at in the first half, and that helped tremendously. So that pass he threw B Huff was amazing.
Coach, you get a little bit of a break until Thursday, and then you got to go down to Corvallis.
Yeah.
Just tell me a little bit about what the Beavers bring, and it's another team that is new to the conference too.
Yeah, they're huge. They're huge. It's another big team. It's another team that likes to post really, really hard. You know, Wayne comes all the way from the Mike Montgomery coaching tree. You know, so all those Montana teams, the Stanford teams, and duck you in and post you really, really hard. Flash the guy high low, and he's got some nice shooters on the outside. A quick little point guard, and mix up their defenses a lot. And play a lot of zone and zone to man and all that. So this league's going to be a lot tougher this year. It's a lot tougher. The additions are they're very, very good. They're big. They're physical. They got some nice players, and you know, obviously the San Francisco's and Santa Claras are primed for good years. And we always know how good St. Mary's is and Randy is. So it's going to be a lot of nights like this. You're going to have to really fight to get out of there with a win.
Thanks, guys.